that we told. Yeah, my money long. Yeah, my money tall. Earnest time is God. Heard you try to come out when it's wonder who you are. Let's get disrespectful. Let's get disrespectful. You better have some respect when you take a minute. I'ma cut you off. Cut you off. You talking to me. Cut you off my clock. Cut you out my life. Where my scissors at? Where my scissors at? Where my motherfucking oven when I need that? I'm the realest in this game, you know.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tristan Machine. Coming to you guys again with another video. And of course, in this video, we just got another new character trailer in Bleach Rebirth of Souls, and it is the Tres Espada Tier Halibel. So again, I'm gonna just tell you this right now. It is obvious what I'm gonna say. So you already know. Subscribe button's right down there. The like button's right next to it. All you guys gotta do is just hit both of those buttons. Comment down on what you think about this video and what you think about the character in general. So again, I'm just gonna say this one more time. Welcome. Because we're going to review another character trailer right now. Alright, hold on. Good one, do. Gotta see our weapon. Alright, so it says the Tres Espada, whose goal is to have a world without sacrifices. She becomes stronger the more she attacks enemies in a combo. Okay, alright, by the description alone, we're already looking at a character who can deal heavy, who can basically build so much damage the longer her combo can be. So, looking at it right now, let's see her movesets. And damn, she looks fine. Okay, so the first thing we got an aura gauge. Bruh. They really had to make it, they have to use the term aura in her gauge. Okay, so accumulates when Halibel attacks lands on the opponent. Okay, when the gauge accumulates over 50%, so halfway, the attacking power increases. Not to know how much, but okay. And the performance of each move will be enhanced. The gauge will gradually decrease when the attack does not land for a certain period of time. So generally, the only way to build this gauge is by attacking your opponents consistently. Any point that you do not attack them, the gauge will over time decrease. So not too sure of how quick it can build up or how slow it can build up. So generally just think about it like this. If you're someone who likes to put in the pressure on your opponent, you already know this is another character that you can use for this kind of thing. So alright, this is gonna be good. Let's look at our moves. Okay. Nice move sets. Alright, so first thing, spiritual pressure move 1. Ola Azul. A long-range attack that charges the spiritual pressure to the blade and then fires. The damage is not great, alright, but it is useful to accumulate the aura gauge and to keep foes at bay from a distance. Alright, so already her spiritual pressure move is still gonna build up the meter. Now the thing about this is that it's also a good long-range attack that you can use to poke the opponent if they're trying to zone you or trying to distance you from him. So alright, this is actually kind of good. This is actually a good way to build it. Okay, so looking at those three cutscenes, it looks as if the move gets enhanced depending on the where your aura gauge is. Because look at right here. Right here, you can see it looks normal, and then it did it again. It looks as if depending on where your aura gauge is, your spiritual pressure move 1 would deal more damage. But hey, it just depends. Moving on to spiritual pressure move 2. So spiritual pressure move 2 is stated as I'll show you. A triple strike combo move that executes a large rising slash. The aura gauge can be greatly accumulated if it lands, but can be guarded, so you must be careful when to activate. Okay, so it's not unblockable, but you need to connect this in order to deal heavy damage to your opponent. So, and it also depends on where your aura gauge is filled at. So basically, if you want to use your spiritual pressure move 2 to literally deal heavy damage to your opponent, make sure your aura gauge is literally past that 50% mark, and you'll be cleaning your health very quickly. But it does look like you have to time it. Alright. I wanted to talk about this. You know, it's kind of funny. They're using Toshiro, and they're using Fake Karakuta Town as the map. So this generally is also a callback in the manga and anime where Tia Halibel fought against Toshiro in a 1v1. And to be told, the moves that she was using, the first spiritual pressure move that she used it against him, and then Toshiro had to literally utilize his Bankai to block it. I remember that scene very well, but let me not drag it too long. Let's see her awakening. right. All right. So from the point where they introduced her in her base to where she awakened her resurrection, the design is still kept. The design is still well done. Very well done, exactly. So her awakening, Halibel's performance is enhanced by releasing Tiburon, with resurrection. By increasing attack performance, it would be easier to push through the opponent. Also, Halibel's weapon will change from a dagger to a long sword, and the reach will extend, making the option to extend to mid range. So, generally, she in her base form, she's using a dagger, which only encompasses only close range combat. But after her awakening, her dagger turns to a long sword to encompass mid range. On top of it, her spiritual pressure move also works in long range. So she generally excels in basically two of those categories between both her stages. Now, to be fair, it's actually kind of interesting. And also, her damage is also increased when she's awakened. On top of that, the aura gauge is still there backing her up as long as she's comboing her opponents. Which I find it very interesting how she would be a very heavy hitter when the game comes out. But it depends. Will she be stronger than Kenpachi when she comes out? I'm just joking. Alright. Alright. We see someone with Kiko moves. Looks well done. And in the end, are characterized by overwhelming, unrelenting attacks that will leave the opponent no time to rest. So, generally, like I said before, if you want a character who can keep the pressure on you at any range, although she can only excel in two of those ranges between both her stages, then Halibel is one of those characters. So again, we are getting closer and closer to March 21st, 2025. Bleach Rebirth of Souls is going to come out, and of course, we're already getting our 31st character as Tier Halibel. Now, I wonder who will come out next week. Most likely, is going to be the second Espada, aka Baragon, the king of Hukomundo, or the former king of Hukomundo, or who knows. Alright, so with that all said and done, I'd like to say thank you all for watching this video. What do you think about this character? What do you think about the review? And comment down what you think about it, as well as, obviously, you already know, subscribe button is right down there. Like button is right next to it. Maybe, where is it? Maybe right there? Yeah, right there. So, just help perform all those reactions and share this to your friends if you can. I am Gracie Mishima. I'm going to sign off to you guys now.